Before we start, do me a quick favor and leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment. Now, let's get moving. What's up guys, I got the pencil here, and today we have a really fun and interesting battle. A battle of two mages, two of the strongest magic-based characters from their respective worlds, those with a purpose higher than the rest of their comrades. Merlin, the mightiest mage of all of Britannia, versus Aqua, the Keyblade master of the Land of Departure. These two mages have a lot to them, but let's break down their basic stats, their power and their speed. To start with power, Merlin is wild. Her best feats in terms of raw power is her damaging the Prime Demon King with an explosion and damaging him alongside her fellow Sins in the final push against him. Giving her the full credit of this feat, she should be around Dwarf Star to star level due to scaling directly to the Demon King, who's equal to the Supreme Deity who created the Celestial Realm, a dimension with a Dwarf Star in it, and based off the appearances shown to us, the Demon King who created the Demon Realm was already aged, and this Prime Demon King that Merlin damaged is stronger than his old self. So, she's pretty solidly around those levels. Aqua, in terms of power, is also crazy. She scales drastically above leagues of fodder heartless like Shadows who can destroy entire worlds or entire universes by scaling directly to Sora. The thing with her fighting Sora and being relative to him, and the fact that Sora, Donald, and Goofy did not show really any massive power growth from the time of the Aqua fight, is likely Aqua scales the multiversal master Xehanort, who the trio fought, damaged, and defeated. This wouldn't even be inconsistent, as she was able to shatter a version of the Keyblade, backing Vert by sleep with some help, so it's highly likely that she's around, if not on those levels of power. For speed, both are extremely fast. Merlin, due to her ability to fight alongside her fellow Sins at the end of the series, is massively fast and light, easily. She scales thousands of times beyond characters like Oslo, who are able to react to light and move in front of it before it can even reach them, and if that's too rare for you, both his light arrows are confirmed to be light, and characters such as beginning of series Tiny Diane are able to dodge those casually, and Merlin still scales many levels above that by fighting alongside her fellow Sins and being able to react to and fight with the Prime Demon King and many characters below him. Aqua, on the topic of speed, is insane as well, being massively fast and light as a low ball. She easily scales the Monstro while actually fighting him, and he can travel between time spaces and outpace gummy ships, and she scales the Ventus, who dodged Stitch's solar system roaming cruiser. And she herself can also move between the worlds pretty easily. However, I said low ball because she actually has inaccessible speed, being able to move and fight within the realm of darkness, which has no time at all, which breaks the speed equation. For their respective hacks, there's a reason these two are both the strongest mages of their respective worlds. Merlin has a long list of spells, but will hit with the ones that apply to combat. First up is her main ability, Infinity. This means that Merlin has an endless pool of magical stamina to pull from, being able to activate any one of her spells and have it last forever, along with her being able to endlessly activate spells such as teleportation, not having to worry about magical stamina drain. She can also enhance her attacks by feeding more power into them, drastically empowering them with Enchant Infinity. Her list of abilities includes Absolute Cancel, the ability to negate massively powerful magic such as Perfect Cube and the Hellblades even from a range. However, this magic does have limits, as she was unable to fully negate Gothar's magic, only stall it, and despite her ability was unable to stop Omnis Nebula. Her actual attack spells consist of Endless Whirl, a wind spell, Firestorm, a fire spell, Icicle Castle, an ice spell, Shock Stinger, a paralysis electricity spell, and the beam of energy known as Exterminate Ray. She can also combine all the elements of the verse into Double Impact, a spell which tests the opponents with a lighter blast of magic and slowly wears down their resistances by deciding which one the opponent is weak to and constantly increases in power. She can also shrink down people into smaller sizes, and Merlin can make her attacks hone in on her opponents naturally with automatic seeking. Merlin can also create effective illusions, has the ability to fly around with absolute ease and teleport herself and items to her. She can also make her spells invisible and impossible to track even by people who are adept at sensing magic. She can also sense magic and top this off with Perfect Cube, a barrier which reflects attacks back at people with the same amount of force used to strike the barrier, and it even blocks teleportation. To finish it all off, she has Chrono Coffin, which allows her to stop time in an area. All in all, very busted. For Aqua, shockingly enough, things actually get crazier. Aqua has access to all the elements from fire to thunder to blizzard, all their higher variations, all with special variations that range from AoE bursts of flame to flash freezing an entire area and blowing opponents away. She can also use magnet to draw in enemies to a specific location, can manipulate the winds with arrow, can lock enemies down by manipulating gravity and throwing them in the air with zero gravity, poison her enemies with poison, can negate debuffs with Esuna, can manipulate mines with the effects of Confuse, is able to use Reflect to bounce back all attacks with her barrier, slow down enemies with Slow, and stop time entirely with Stop. Aqua can also teleport at will, has transcendence that allows her to throw her opponents around with telekinesis and gravity manipulation, can shrink her foes down with mini, blind her opposition with blackout, and lock them in place with bind. She can then also knock opponents out with sleep. Top this all off with shot lock, which allows her to barrage her enemy with homing attacks, and she can also observe people's health and constantly track their presence on the battlefield with her sensory abilities. She's also able to heal herself with Kiraga, and she's actually invulnerable while casting it due to Leaf Bracer. She can also manipulate light into beams or chains to hold things back. She can also erect barriers at will. Then she has her Keyblade abilities, which allow her to do a lot. She can open portals to the realm between, which allows her to traverse the multiverse, and overall, it's just a strong weapon that she can summon back to herself on command. She also resists a lot of things, including all the elements, time manipulation, curses, and magical effects, and even power dampening or power nullification through her Keyblade armor, which also prevents mind manipulation, memory manipulation, and a lot more. Overall, she is extremely dangerous. Now, I think you all see the problem here. If I unequalize the stats, then Merlin gets absolutely just annihilated. Like, before she can react, Aqua's taken her head off. And I'm not kidding. Like, there's nothing I can see Merlin doing in an unequalized stats battle. She has nothing. She really just has nothing she can do to stop Aqua. Because Aqua is literally a higher dimensional being dropping down from her higher dimension to just slaughter Merlin. And I don't know what you want. Like, you got a multiversal character versus a star level character at best. I don't think I need to explain that one to you. You got a massively fast and light character versus an accessible character at best. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's really it. I can't really give Merlin any hope for an unequalized stats battle. However, if I equalize the stats, things get a lot more interesting. However, I still think Aqua takes it most of the time, and you may be wondering why. So the reason I think Aqua just not handily takes it, because Merlin is extremely slippery. But the thing is, Aqua, by all technicalities, if you were paying attention to the list I just read off, is basically just a better Merlin. In like all facets, all her attacks pretty much do the same thing. She can also mind manipulate. She is able to teleport right after Merlin. She's able to do pretty much everything Merlin does. The only thing that Merlin has that is an advantage are technically two things, which would be Perfect Cube and Double Impact. However, Aqua doesn't, at least she isn't implied to have any magical weakness. But I guess you could say, oh well, as Merlin says, she'll just make some, which is, I guess, okay if you want to say that's the case, but I don't see Double Impact working all too well. And I really just don't see Merlin being able to, like, out-slippery Aqua. Because Aqua's slippery too, and that's the main issue. Like, teleportation is one of Merlin's best abilities, and Aqua can do it casually. The ability to use all the elements is one of Merlin's top features, and Aqua can do it casually. Merlin's Perfect Cube, which reflects all attacks right back at the opponent with twice the force, Aqua's Casual Barrier does that too, because it's a reflect barrier. I really just don't see what Merlin could do in this fight in particular. Like, there are win conditions for Merlin. If Merlin sits inside Perfect Cube forever, then she wins, because she won't age, and her magic won't run out. So she could just be chilling there. I'm not sure if her version of Chrono Coffin that she used on herself blocks hunger and stuff like that, but even then, Aqua would probably die first. So there's one win condition. If Merlin just sits inside Perfect Cube for the rest of existence, then yeah, Aqua's very likely to lose, because she just, in an equalized stats battle, she wouldn't be able to break it. And if she's not able to break it, that thing ain't going down. So Aqua loses that one. But I don't know. I guess we have seen it. Like, Merlin has just sat inside Perfect Cube when they were fighting the Prime Demon King. But that's just about it. So there's one win condition. And then the other win condition would be Aqua getting hit by a magic seal. If Aqua gets hit by a magic seal from Merlin, then I think Merlin can take the win, but she has to act immediately, because Keyblade wielders get their magic and commands sealed all the time, and they just break out of it after a while. So unless Merlin has to seal Aqua's magic and then instantly attack her and attack her to kill. Like there's no if, ands, or buts about it. Like literally, Merlin has to go in, or else she's dying still. Because if Merlin gets that off and Aqua recovers, she's equipping the Keyblade armor, and that's not happening again. That's the issue. Keyblade armor supposedly can stop possession. I don't think any of Merlin's magic seals are going to do anything. That's the main issue. And those are the two win conditions: sealing Aqua's magic and or perfect cube forever. And if I'm being honest, I think Aqua still takes it most of the time. She can manipulate gravity. And honestly, I'm not sure what Stopka would do to Merlin. Because, I don't know, like, would it work? Because Merlin's time is technically stopped, but it's her time in her biological aging sense that's stopped. But, like, can she still be stopped in time? I don't know. I'm not sure how that would work. Obviously, Merlin's Chrono Coffin is pretty much worthless in this fight, because Aqua moves in the realm of darkness. Time stop means nothing to her, and we've seen characters break out of time stop before in Kingdom Hearts very, very often. So it wouldn't be that hard for Aqua to do it. So Chrono Coffin is basically useless. I'd say due to the barrier, I'd say Exterminate Ray, I'd say Icicle, I'd say all of her like offensive, actually no, Icicle Castle just gets cast. So like all of Merlin's offensive projectile spells get hard negged. I think Aqua literally just hard counters Merlin, except in two aspects. And it's literally just the perfect cube and the magic sealing. And arguably, considering how Aqua's able to seal things with the Keyblade, it's likely that either one of two things could happen. Aqua could BFR Merlin, or just seal Merlin away somewhere, or literally just seal the world that they're fighting on and leave. Because I'm not sure. I mean, Merlin technically could leave because she can open portals, but that takes time. So that technically would be a win. That's the thing. In this battle, I see Aqua taking it many more times than I see Merlin taking it. I say Merlin has two win conditions, and once those two win conditions fall apart, then that's it. And I think while the magic sealing is likely, I don't think the perfect cube sit there forever is as likely. I don't know. I feel like that's not in Merlin's character to do. But that's neither here nor there. So in terms of an unequal stats battle, 10 out of 10 for Aqua every single time. There's no hesitation. She literally just decapitates Merlin and is done with it. But an equal stats battle, I'd say Aqua takes it 8 out of 10 times and Merlin takes it like 2 out of 10 times. Because Merlin does have her answers to Aqua, but Aqua has way too many answers for Merlin. That's about it. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was actually a really fun battle to think about, and I honestly forgot how many abilities Aqua had until I actually went back and looked them up. And I'll admit that this battle was going to go much more different until I actually did look them up. If you guys have any hot takes in the description for how Merlin could win this one, I want to see it. Mainly because I think this is a really interesting battle in concept. It's just that when you get down to brass tacks, it gets way more difficult for Merlin to really do anything against Aqua. Stats unequalized or stats equalized. I think Aqua's a very difficult character to deal with in general for like anybody. So this isn't Merlin's fault. And to be fair, in an equal stats battle, I believe against a lot of other Keyblade wielders, Merlin would do way better. It's just that Aqua in particular just hard counters her. But regardless, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with a Pencil, writing off.